One of these cards is going to be yours. You have a totally free selection. You can name any card that you like. Give it some thought. What card would you like to be yours? The 10? 10 of clubs. Okay. If it's good enough for you, that's good enough for me. I'm going to place your 10 back into the pack and give the cards a little cut, bringing your selection, to the middle of the deck somewhere, and you'll see why in just a moment. Now, I know you were not going to think of the queen because the queen was mine. You see, I wrote mine on the back of the queen. I knew you wouldn't think of that, and you didn't. The queen of diamonds, that was mine too. All these queens are mine. There's a king you could have had. Look at all these different cards. The four of diamonds, that would have been a good card. All the different cards you could have had, but look, they're all mine. Yeah, your card's in there somewhere, but these are all mine, and you could have selected any one of these other cards. Yeah, see, I told you, there's yours. Your card is a different back at it. The only red card in the deck, the 10 of clubs, was your card. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if you would have selected a different card? Well, there's a lot more cards to choose from, so let's choose one more card. Let's try it again. I'm going to offer you the cards one at a time from the top of the packet until you say stop. When you say stop, that'll be your card instead. Okay? Alright, just say stop there. If that's good enough for you, that's good enough for me. The 5 of clubs, a good selection. Of course, you could have selected any one of these other cards, but you didn't because, well, that's right, there's a joker there. These are all mine. Mine, 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 but you could have selected any of them. Your card was the 5 of clubs, and of course, it really is. It's yours. Look at that. The only red card in the entire pack. Well, what about the 10? Well, the 10 never was your card. The 10 was always mine from the very beginning. Thanks for helping. With a blue back deck of cards, write the word mine on the back of all of the cards. Take one of the jokers from the blue back deck and write the word mine on the back of it also. Using a double back card, red on one side, blue on the other, write yours on the red side and mine on the blue side. You can actually glue two cards together to make up this gimmick card. Remember to take the 5 of clubs away, take it out of the regular blue back deck because you're going to be adding one extra red card, the 5 of clubs, with yours written on it. That card, the 5 of clubs, goes 10 cards down from the top. Some key points to remember when ribbon spreading the cards: be sure not to expose your setup. Also, when you shuffle the cards, you can Hindu shuffle, taking half of the pack and shuffling them off so you don't disturb the setup. Same goes with a weave shuffle. Before a spectator names a card, you want to get a pinky break on top of the joker, second from the bottom. I usually do this by pushing the cards forward, getting my pinky on top of the joker. The reason for this is whenever they select a card, if they were to happen to name a card that goes all the way near the bottom down here, you don't want the last two cards to separate. You want to keep those hidden. So by having a pinky break on top of it, it keeps those two cards locked in together. So they select a card, and after the card has been taken out of the pack, you can then release the pinky break. Next, you want to obtain another break with the base of the thumb, as you see here, normally called a Greek break or a heel break. When placing a spectator's card back into the pack, you cover up the fact that it goes down near the bottom into your break by extending your fingers forward and using the heel of your hand, the palm of your hand, to square everything up. Then you cut off 1/3 of the pack and complete the cut. Now it's time for the reveal. You say you couldn't have selected the Ace of Diamonds. I knew that because that one's mine. The 5 of Hearts is mine, and you could have thought of any card. This is where you can really sell the effect to its fullest by saying you could have selected this one or that one or this one or that one. You then turn the deck face down and start dealing from the top. All these cards are mine, you say. What you're looking for basically is the red card, which is showing yours on the back. This is where you spread 2 cards off the top of the pack. Now remember, the card underneath the yours card is their selection, and the yours card is a double back card. So when you toss it over, both cards go on the table, not just the one, and the double back card is now camouflaged with the other cards on the table, and their selection is face up. So the red back card was just turned over on the table, and it's their card, the Jack of Spades. Offering them another choice, you divide the packet in your hand at the second force card, the 5 of clubs, flipping that half over, and then the rest of the cards get flipped over as you see here. Next, obtain a break on top of the red back card on the bottom of the packet. Of course, you don't want the break to be as visible as you see it here. The cards are offered to the spectator one at a time until they tell you to stop, and then you turn that card, their selection, you turn it over. Let's take a look at how this force is actually accomplished. Forcing that bottom card, you get a break on top of the bottom card. You then peel cards off the top one at a time in the up jog position, pushing them backwards towards yourself with your first finger, as seen here. Every card is pulled off, up jog, pushed back, but at one particular time, the time you're going to force the card, you're going to be pushing the card back as the hand comes forward. The hand is coming forward. The out jogged card, which they stopped you on, is being pushed back. And the cards in the right hand are going to cover up the fact that the out jogged card is being pushed back. It assumes the exact same position as the out jogged card. The right hand then releases the bottom card, the red card, from that packet in preparation for turning it over, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. The card is dropped, the card is pinched between, the bottom card is pinched between your thumb and fingers of the left hand. As the right hand packet lifts up so that you can flip the card over towards yourself. It lifts up, the bottom card is gripped between your thumb and fingers of the left hand, and you flip everything over towards yourself so that the back of that card is never seen from the front. It's only seen from the back, which means only the performer sees that it's an actual red card. Here it is once again showing how the card is flipped over. As one card gets pushed back, the card gets deposited, gets turned over, and the back of that card is never seen from the front, only from the back. Another optional choice for the force would be using the Hindu shuffle. Whenever they say stop, you simply take the card off the bottom of the packet, never showing them the back of the card. So this would be another option to use. Another option would be perhaps using the overhand riffle force. In this case, you'd have to turn the packet face up, exposing the 5 of clubs force card just for a moment, but they'll never remember that it was on the bottom. For the riffle force, you pull the first packet off, keeping them separate from the rest of the packet. Whenever they say stop, you simply throw the back packet down upon the cards within the left hand. Let's take a look at that again. You simply, as you go to shuffle the cards, turn the packet over, pulling off the first few cards, keeping them separate from all the others. When they say stop, you throw the cards in the back, you throw those down, as you see here, and stop your shuffle and say, okay, you stopped me at the 5 of clubs, which would be the red back card. Okay, so now you've done your second force. They haven't seen the back of that card yet. You then emphasize you could have selected any of these other cards. Look, these are all mine too. That one's mine, they're all mine, except this one's yours, right? That's right, the only red card, your card in the pack. But what about the no, that's not your card. That was mine the entire time, bringing this Chicago opener to its magical conclusion.